everybody wants to know what they are.
A lot of people don't like the feel of them.
Meet man's best friend, minus the fur.
Looks like a rat, looks like a bat, looks like a hippopotamus, looks like a snake.
We've seen the bald Sphinx cat.
Look what you did to Mr. Bigglesworth!
Now the hairless hound, a dog that only a mother could love.
Yeah, it's XOLOITZCUINTLE.
That's XOLOITZCUINTLE, the breed that sounds just as interesting as it looks. Meet mum Jackie Dennis, she owns the only 5 in Australia.
Wherever you go, you've got to take pronunciation cards because everybody wants to know what they are.
Otherwise known as the Mexican hairless dog, the bald breed dates back 3,000 years ago.
Something that I could help bring back from near extinction in the 1950s.
There's only 8,000 left in the world, and getting just one to Australia can cost up to $5,000 in quarantine charges.
They need to have a rabies shot from most countries before they come here, and then they need to stay there for 6 months before they can come into Australia, where they spend 10 days in quarantine.
Naturally hairless, the Xolo, as it's nicknamed, is said to be furless to ward off fleas and ticks. But don't be deceived. Grooming Taha, Naka, Philippa, Pattaya and 4-month-old pup Anata is no easy feat.
Every second day I wash them and I like to scrub them to get all the dirt out their paws so it doesn't affect their skin. I moisturise them every day and I oil them once a week.
Anata is the firstborn Xolo pup in Australia, successfully delivered via C-section last year. A proud mum, Jackie, couldn't be happier.
I can't complain, I've got my puppy, everything was great.
When I first seen them come to Australia, I didn't like them. I wouldn't go near them and I wouldn't touch them.
Trainers and sisters Michaela and Alana admit they took some getting used to.
As soon as I got to know the breeds and got to know Naka, I just fell in love with them.
Putting the Xolo through its paces at last year's Perth Royal Show proved to be a highlight among the prized pooches.
Now we have something very unusual. This is our XOLOITZCUINTLE.
Pretty exciting because you get to expose the breed to the public, which is probably the best part about it.
While the fluffier competitors were busy being primped and pampered, Naka here didn't need to spend too much time at the hairdressers. Lathered in oil, he trumped them all, going on to take home Best in Show.
Our judge has chosen the XOLOITZCUINTLE,
making this pooch top dog.
When he won, it was an amazing feeling because to win under internationals is pretty big.
You don't need the curls and the fluff. Lots of different dogs have won over the years.
Dogs West CEO Anne Rushby says the Xolo is still a high-maintenance pet.
Obviously they don't need a lot of grooming with no coat, but yeah, I mean, they would need good exercise and of course good feeding.
Very clingy, they bond to their family a lot and they usually tend to bond to one handler.
And with 5, Jackie says she's happy to extend the family further and says more people should get to know this very quirky companion.
I always go back to the history of the breed and I just love the history and I love the fact that they can bond a lot of people. We go to aged care facilities, we go to schools to talk about them.